Hey everyone, Draco Prime 220 here. We need to talk. I put a post in a short about this last night. Now, I don't know if this is legit news that Google got a hold of. I don't know. I was just curious. I was just relaxing, and I just decided, just for the curiosity's sake, to type in Google/Chrome My Little Pony Generation 6. And something quite interesting came up. Apparently, it's in early development. They said, the description says it's meant either for a 2026 or a later time frame release. It is going to be targeted towards, well, better yet, before I get any further, the title of this possible Generation 6, now, don't hold me to this. I looked on Google and Chrome last night, and this is what came up. And if anyone looks on my posts, there's I even have screenshots of all the information, so people don't think I'm trolling them or lying. Because if something does pop up, I try to be honest and show proof of the evidence of what I found. So it's apparently called My Little Pony Time to Shine. And it's going to be focused toward a young adult demographic. And it's going to focus on a whole new cast of characters, but apparently it's going to take place in the big city. It's going to focus on jobs and careers, and it's also saying that they're going to try and meet descendants of characters and learn about the origins of magic from Equestria's past. So this is going to take place in Equestria, but more modern. So, yeah, and apparently, two of the characters, there's three actually. So far, there's actually the two. I'll just tell you the two. But if you go on my post, you'll see everything that I was able to find. One of the characters is Trixie. Probably not the same Trixie we know from Gen 4 and Cozy Glow. And I don't know. Is this like a different interpretation of Cozy Glow, or is this the same one? We don't know. And it also says that it's gonna have it's gonna go back to 2D, possible 2D animation after My Little Pony Make Your Mark. And once again, it does say it's going to be focused towards, because it says it has not been fully revealed by Hasbro. So I don't know. This is a possible, I don't even know how Google or Chrome got a hold of this. I don't know. Because it said My Little Pony Generation 6 is being currently called My Little Pony Time to Shine. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if someone from Hasbro accidentally got this put on Google and Google just put it on there when you type it in. Like I said before, I was just curious. I just was curious about what if I typed it in, if anything would pop up, any news or information. And lo and behold, this came up. One of my followers did the same thing, and ironically, the same thing came up. So maybe we're going to get a reveal at Toy Fair this weekend, hopefully. But once again, if this is true, I'm kind of curious. I'm also excited, but please take this information with a grain of salt. It was on Google/Chrome. I don't know if Google or Chrome has a reputation of making up false information. I don't know. I don't know if they do that or not, but just be careful with this info. But it's just kind of weird that I look up Generation 6 and this info pops up. Once again, it is on my posts, the screenshots. So if you are curious to read more, go ahead. What has me kind of curious is that it also says that we're gonna meet descendants of characters. So does that mean we're going to meet a descendant of Twilight, Applejack, Rarity, or Rainbow Dash, or Fluttershy, or Pinkie Pie, or anyone that we know? I don't know. That also really piques my interest because ironically there was a Gen 5 comic where Sunny is doing this roller derby and she's got to meet this one pony, and ironically it's a pony that is on an apple farm, and Silverquill, a very, very good brony YouTuber and goes to many cons, he even brought up that it kind of reminded him of a possible offspring of Applejack and Rainbow Dash. So is that what they're going to kind of do, is like introduce descendants of characters that we know and love? I'm down with that. I'm pretty cool with that. This video is going to be kind of short because I really don't know, one, if this is all legit, and two, I don't know if Chrome/Google does the whole putting up false information. I don't know if they do that. So, but I just find it kind of weird that, because I've done it before. I've typed in My Little Pony Generation 6 once before, and none of that came up. I type it in last night at just sheer curiosity, and then that stuff pops up. So, is this a sign that we're going to get we're going to probably get a reveal? Am I saying we're going to get the show this year? I don't think so. What I personally think they're doing is they're going to reveal maybe through a trailer, first some toys, then a trailer later on in the year, and then 2027 the show will come out. That's my guess. That's my theory. Because they did say this year is the year of the pony, and then next year it's the big rebrand of the franchise. So, and also it's still taking place in Equestria, which, that's cool. You know, one thing I do appreciate is that they're being kind of consistent with, like, a world. Like, I don't mean, like, what I mean is that they're sticking with a world we are familiar with. They're just changing it. Like, Gen 4, we know Equestria. Gen 5, we learned about Equestria to what we could. And Gen 6 is going to stay into Equestria. I think that's kind of good to stay in a world we're sure, but just freshen it up with new characters. Because I can guarantee it'd be a pain in the neck to make a whole new world and, you know, make a whole new world from scratch. That could be a pain. So, yeah, I don't know. But apparently Generation 6 is called My Little Pony, Time to Shine, so possibly going back to 2D animation. So we gotta wait and see if this is true, if something is revealed at Toy Fair or later on in the year. Because once again, there was a YouTuber named TobyMOP that said Gen 6 is going to be announced this year, and he has reliable sources. I'm just repeating what he said on his video. It's called, Is My Little Pony Over? And I also, personally, I think that's a little misdirection, like a little misdirect of the title, because I watched his video and he never even brought up about My Little Pony being over, so why make it that title? I don't get it, but I'm not going to question it. That's his prerogative to do so. But, yeah. Only thing is we can do is wait. I know it's going to be a son of a gun to wait because we've been a whole year went without pony content. So pony content is being kind of dry for us. So we just got to have patience. It's going to drive us batty, but good things come to those who wait. I personally believe that. And I believe our patience is going to pay off sooner or later during this year. I think it's like calm before the storm. You know, so let's just wait and see if this is true. And until then, I am Draco Prime 220, signing off.